It's completely arbitrary, and it's dangerous because the judicial branch of government functions as an oligarchy, completely independent of the will of the people. And just practically speaking, what this means now is the same thing that happened in California is going to be duplicated in Iowa. The people are going to have to spend millions of dollars in a time like this, when we're so strapped for money as states and as a nation. This is so irresponsible, because now these people are going to have to pony up millions of dollars to initiate a ballot initiative to basically reinforce the Constitution to what it originally was intended to mean, and that is, obviously, marriage is the union between a man and a woman. So, it's basically wasting a lot of time and a lot of energy, and the results are obvious. That's what's going to happen. Every state that has put forward one of these constitutional amendments, it's passed, because the people are in agreement. Marriage pre-existed the government. So it's not as if the government is able to change it. Even if you support homosexual marriage, you should be outraged at the way they have basically flaunted our constitutional republic. They've spit upon the system of government that has served us so well up until this point. There are problems here. We can't have a judicial branch, unelected, sitting on the bench, dictating whatever they desire, just completely arbitrarily, without any, really, what's to stop them from choosing to do anything? We don't vote for them. We can't impeach them. This is the other issue. Judges have to employ an interpretive process whenever they judge. And it's obvious that the judges in Iowa were completely neglecting their responsibilities, because what a judge is really supposed to do is look at the law and try to understand the intent of the writer of that law. So, for example, if in the U.S. Congress your representatives pass a law, we don't want the judges at the Supreme Court to be able to just pretend it means whatever they want. The judges at the Supreme Court level need to try to determine what did the legislators mean when they wrote that law. And the same thing goes for the Constitution. So even though it was written 170 years ago or more, it still should be treated to mean, and try to be understood to mean, what the writers intended it to mean. That's what the law is. If we want to change it, there is a process to change a state constitution or the federal constitution. There's a process in place to do that, and it is not the judges making it up on a whim. That is not the process. But that is what has been happening, and the latest case we see in Iowa. So this has been a bit of a rant, and I don't usually do these kind of videos, but I think it's so important for us to stand up when we see an injustice like this. And I support the constitutional republic we have here. I think that the founders have created a system that has served us well and will continue to serve us well as long as people understand how it's supposed to work and hold our representatives to the fire, making sure that they continue to respect our form of government. You know, they pledge an oath to protect and defend the Constitution. And we need to make sure that if they're not doing that, that we don't re-elect them. Because people in Iowa, you didn't get to vote for the judges, but you get to vote for the governors who put those judges on the bench. So you need to look. Every single one of those judges voted to throw away the definition of marriage as unconstitutional. Every single one, a unanimous decision. You voted for the governors that picked those people. You need to make this a major issue for governors and for presidential candidates, because until we can really fix this problem in our judiciary by making sure that our judges understand their role, they understand what they can and cannot do, we have to also make sure that our governors and presidents are committed to electing judges or appointing judges that will follow the Constitution and not just write it and change it as they see fit.